Hey guys, and welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm Christia Parker, and now joining me in the studio is psychotherapist and relationship expert Dwayne Buckingham. Nice to meet you, and great for having you here today.
I appreciate you for this is a wonderful opportunity. Thank you for having me.
Great. You have a wonderful background. Can you give us a little bit of history on yourself?
Yes, I have a bachelor's from Jackson State University in mental health. I have a MSW, a master's from Michigan State University, and a PhD from Capella University. I'm a licensed clinical psychotherapist. I've been doing therapy for now 15 years, and I'm the founder and CEO of Real Horizons Consulting Service, which is based out of Silver Springs.
Great.
Yeah.
Now, when you say psychotherapist, what else does that entail?
Basically, I provide individual, marital, and group therapy to individuals who are struggling with basic life challenges. And currently, I provide individual marital therapy to military troops and their families stationed in Bethesda, Maryland.
Wow. Now, what have you found that has been like one of the major needs for you know, relationship therapy?
Well, I think therapy overall is not very popular, particularly in the African American community. We don't really seek out therapy for a lot of things, but I think we have a lot of underlying issues around depression and some oppression that a lot of people deal with that they don't really get help for.
And then that stems over into the relationships in their lives, right?
It does. It does. It plays a big role into, you know, if you're not taking care of yourself individually, it's going to impact anyone who comes into your circle, including the relationships that you have with, you know, anyone. So, yes.
So now you have all these titles under your belt, and now you can include author underneath your belt. Talk a little bit about your book. Okay,
well, Qualified Yet Single is basically why good men remain single. And I wrote the book because, you know, I see about 5 to 7 clients per day, large percentage of female women, and they will come into my office and say, Dr. Buckingham, what can you do to help me understand how to deal with men who have great credentials but they won't commit? You know, there has to be something going on. So basically what I did with the book is I outlined some red flags that women should probably be aware of when they're trying to engage men who are qualified but won't commit.
And you did a survey for how many different men?
I did. I've actually taken surveys from some of the clients that I've seen with over 100+ men. The actual book and the interview is a composite of 15 of those interviews that I sat down with and talked to guys about their real life experiences about being qualified and single.
Now, dish to us, ladies. Are they just, you know, not interested, or is it a combination of maybe types of women that they meet or something in their past? What is like some of the major issues why these good men don't settle down?
Everything that you just mentioned is an issue. I mean, relationship, previous trauma from past relationships are some of these things that men are talking about. The number one issue that I actually explored was fear. Like a lot of guys, fear of losing their freedom, fear of being hurt, fear of being emotionally vulnerable. Fear is a really strong issue with a lot of men because we're taught to be protectors and providers. And so the underlying ideal of that a woman can come into our zone and hurt us is very scary for a lot of guys.
Wow. Now you have a film screening as well coming out. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, film screening is nice. And this is for women to have the opportunity to see men talk about emotions. How often do we really
So
get
there will be actual men there talking?
Yes, there will be actually men there talking. We're going to have a film premiere, actually an actual movie. The movie is 45 minutes long. And then after that, we're going to have a panel discussion where you'll have gentlemen talking about the thoughts about the film.
Great, and all that information is on the screen right there. You guys don't want to miss out on that, especially if you have all these questions. A lot of us have these questions. We're going to talk about some statistics of single women in the United States, and you know, why is the number so high? So we'll talk about that when we come back. You guys don't want to go anywhere. We have a lot to catch up. We have a lot more to talk about with Dwayne and relationship therapy and all that. Remember to keep up with STL TV and all the great events going on around St. Louis. Friend us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can always catch us streaming live at stltv.net. We'll be right back after this. Promise you don't want to miss.